What's up, sprinters? Welcome back to another video. The new patch that we've all been waiting for has finally dropped, so let's get right into it. Hey guys, real quick before we get into the video, about 70% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed, so if you're enjoying the content, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell so that you can stay up to date for whenever a new video drops. Peace. Okay, so this is a rather sizable patch. We've been seeing updates, data mines from the PTS, and a lot of the changes are very welcome. So let's just take it from the top. Map, Thea Sky Ruins. So the first things, these two were completely unwarranted. Now, we'll talk about Rayquaza in a second, but Citrus Berry now spawns farther back and slightly farther apart in the speed flux zone. Why? Who asked for this change? I don't understand. I really don't. I guess it's to... I guess it's to incentivize people to not try and stack and then take the enemy team's berry or something like that. Basically just not have them play as aggressive, which I guess, but this doesn't really make sense, to be honest. Baltoy. To the center, 4 Baltoys have been removed north and... Okay, I'm already upset. Okay, the Citrus Berry change? Sad. This change, why? Why? What's the purpose? 2 of the center of 4 Baltoys have been removed. North and south have been removed. Why? Why are you removing the top and bottom Baltoys? They're just, like, why? I promise you, those 2 Baltoys are not changing the game. I don't understand. Why are we removing this? Why are we removing more farm on the map? I don't understand. First it was the Natsus in top lane, right? First it was the Natsus in top lane. And now it's the Baltoys in mid. What's next? Are they going to take away mid Bs? Then we're just playing remote stadium reskinned. I don't know. Rayquaza, extra damage. Oh boy, the change that we've all been dreading that we never thought would actually be a thing because we were all anticipating maybe a higher health increase. And then we get this. Extra damage increased 30% to 40%. That's on the shield after you take Rayquaza. If you didn't know, previously it gave you a 30% damage boost. And to clarify, it is only on move 1 and your auto attack, so move 2 is not affected. And your faster scoring, this makes absolutely no sense. Score speed factor of Rayquaza increased from 1 to 3. So essentially what this means, I looked over the patch notes earlier and was talking to Ven behind the scenes. Essentially what this means is instead of getting 50% faster scoring, you now get 75% faster scoring. I don't understand why. I really don't, but here we are. Now that these egregious changes are out of the way, Sableye. We have the purple gremlin now, and from what I've heard, he's pretty fun. I'm not sure if he'll be good in competitive, because Wigglytuff exists, so maybe that just shuts down the character. But in solo queue, have fun terrorizing your teammates and the enemy team with this pick, because, man, this is going to be a lot of fun. Mew. Yeah, Mew's been sitting in S tier for about 3 patches. Yep. 3 patches too long, I agree. It's been since, what day is it today? It's November 16th. Okay. Mew was released on September 2nd. It has been S tier since September 2nd. That's 2.5 months that Mew has been meta. This change is needed. Cope-harder, Mew mains. So we have the special attack stack from level 1 going down by 10, 11, I believe 12, 13, and so on and so forth, until we get to what we really want to look at here. Like, yeah, all these are nice, but there are a few key things we want to look at when we see stat changes. So we look at level 8 because it's its ultimate level, so it loses 19 at level 8. Then we go to level 10, which is its first upgraded move, so we lose 23 here, which is pretty significant. And then level 12, which is where most Mews will sit in a competitive setting. In solo queue, if you're having a bad game, you'll probably be level 11. If you're having a good game, you might be level 13, maybe even 14. That being said, level 12 is your second power spike and your final power spike of the game. And there we're losing almost, 30 special attack? It's quite sizable. Quite sizable. And then as we keep going on, level 15, you lose 40. So base stat nerfs are interesting because this factors into all of the character's abilities, right? There's a chance now. Mew's abilities ratios are very good. Their base stats are very, very good. I don't see this doing a whole lot. You know, with the boosted changes that we see here, this probably is really, really good. But Solar Beam is probably still going to be very, very strong. I could be wrong. This is just hypothetical at this point. But Solar Beam could be very strong. Electro Ball could still be very strong. Surf still probably very strong. So it knocks a character down a peg. Definitely still playable by all means. Like, don't stop picking Mew if you're a Mew main. But now you do less damage. Synchronize. Haste intensity reduced from 20% to 15%. Yeah, nothing really to comment there. Doesn't really matter. The boosted. This is a big one. So our base gets hit by, what is this? 32. So we lose 32 damage on the base. We lose 20% ratio, 21% ratio actually, and we lose 1 damage per level. So at level 15, we're losing 15 damage plus the base plus the scaling. Mew's still going to hit relatively hard late game, but for a little while it's going to feel like Mew is weak. And that's just because we've been playing with this absolute busted psychopath of Mon in our games for the last 2.5 months. So trust me, after the initial, oh my god, Mew sucks, Mew's still probably going to be good. It has an insane amount of utility in its kit. It has still extremely high damage. I'm getting a phone call. Weird. So yeah, I think Mew is still fine. Honestly, looking at these changes, this Mon might drop to B tier at most. And B tier is still very, very playable. I'd say the high end of B tier at most. Alright, Dodrio. Tri-Attack. Okay, we're no longer being terrorized. This is a good change. So Tri-Attack's damage got nerfed by about 30% in the scaling. 2 per level, so it loses 30 damage at level 15. And it got chunked 39 damage on base. Okay, this is I like this change. I like this change. I don't know if you guys have been seeing Dodrio in your games, but Dodrio has been very, very, very strong. Been an absolute menace for quite some time. And kind of been flying under the radar thanks to things like Mime, Mew, Glaceon, you know, haha. But Dodrio has been very, very strong. And even as more recently, Zoroark. But Dodrio has been very, very strong. So I'm glad this got changed. Because if this didn't get changed, this would have been the best jungler this patch. Damage basic. Is this our sprint meter? I guess this is our boosted or our sprint meter or something. I'm not too sure. It's not entirely clear. Maybe it's just basic attacks. But we're losing damage. Lots of damage. I'm going to assume this is the sprint meter. But either way, this loses quite a bit of damage. And additional HP restoration on attacking after tri-attack. So you would tri-attack, you would attack, you'd gain HP. That went from 9% to 7%. Tri-attack plus, nerfed and bugged. So the additional HP restoration, as we were talking about here, is now decreased from 4% to 3% on Tri-Attack Plus. But the Sprint and Powered Attack is not proccing it. So keep that in mind if you guys are Dodrio players. I don't think you would play Tri-Attack. I don't think you'd play Dodrio this patch, to be honest. This seems like this Mon got gutted. I could stand corrected. But this seems like a very sizable nerf. Mime. I'm going out to drinks for Celebrate. First round's on me. You're all invited. Thank God. Let's see. Did we finally get the gut? Stun duration. Power swap. 1.5 seconds. Oh, yes. Okay. Nice. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Good. Good. Death to power swap. That ability is busted. I hate it. Death to it. Get rid of it. So Confusion. Power swap is dead. Finally. I thought it was dead last patch. I was proven wrong. This patch, there's no way it lives. This is just way too weak. Barriers, Mime's still playable. Confusion's still very good. Barriers, your go-to now. And in case you guys forgot, a while ago, probably about 3 patches ago, they changed Mime's barrier so that it stuns when you place it. It's a micro stun. So what you can actually do is you just place your wall on top of somebody, and then you launch your Confusion. They can't get out of it. It's a true combo, unless you're slow. The damage down by a whopping 40% in the scaling, 4 per level, which is 40. That's, I'm not doing math right now. That's like 60 or something at level 18 or 15. And it loses 90 in the base. So this is really just a lot lower damage. And this is pre-level 11. Post-level 11, we're seeing the same nerf to the duration. And we're actually seeing a bigger scaling nerf. So this one was 40. This one appears to be like 43. 43% roughly. And it loses even more damage per level, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And even more base. So I am going out on a whim here. Mime is dead. At least power swap Mime is dead. So there we go. It finally happened. Now you're still going to get barrier mimes. Mime is still decent. I don't know if it's better than other options, but barrier mime exists. Still good. Confusion still very good, because confusion only got nerfed for power swap. It did not get nerfed by itself, so keep that in mind. Zoroark. This shocked me. I posted this on Twitter earlier, actually, and I did not realize that this was a thing. So Night Slash cooldown increased from 8 seconds to 10 seconds, which is very fair. I think this is a completely fine nerf. In essence, what this does is it chooses you to be smart with, or forces you rather, to be smart with your cooldowns. You have to choose the right moments to go in with Night Slash, as where before you could just go, and there was no stopping. Now this bug is alarming. Fix a bug where Night Slash was dealing double damage. From my understanding, this was just a constant. It was just doing double damage. They just added a 2 where it didn't belong. Essentially. Like, I don't know how this happens or how this doesn't get hotfixed, but at least it's patched. Night Slash Plus, 7 to 9, so the same increment, same increase. Fix a bug where Night Slash Plus could not be upgraded under certain situations. So what those certain situations were, and this happened to me in a few games, when you Night Slash, when you jump up in the air and you're invulnerable, if you upgrade to Night Slash Plus while you're in the air, your Night Slash just breaks for the rest of the game. You hit the button and you get the dash, but you only get the first dash, even if you land the auto attack, and it just stops. So that bug has finally been patched, thank God. I still think Zoroark's Night Slash is still very, very good, though. Now you just have to play him, you have to be smart with him. Feint Attack. Feint Attack got buffed, got about what's this, 12% ratio increase, 1 extra damage per level, and 40 on the base. And the leap, I don't actually know about the leap. I haven't really seen this move used, so I'm not entirely sure here. But the leap got an extra 30% scaling, 2 per level, and an extra 100 base. So Feint Attack could actually possibly be very, very good. I'm definitely going to be testing this out next time I play the game. Guardy. Guardy wasn't trash before. Stop the cap. Who's writing this? Who's writing this? Guardy wasn't trash before now. She's only the worst mon in the game. Anyway. We're getting stats. We're getting special attack. So 15 at level 1 is actually really big. Wow. That's massive. So let's look at the first 5 levels, because this mon goes into the jungle, right? So this factors into your confusion, which also got buffed. But this factors into your confusion. And I believe it factors into your boosted auto attack too, but don't quote me on that. But just having this extra damage on confusion, good for early clear in the jungle. And then if we look at level 8, which is when we finally hit Guardy, we go from 369 to 395, which is a very sizable increase. Level 9, we get our ultimates, or Unite move, 418 to 446. That's almost a 30 special attack increase, which is very, very big. And then if we go to, we can look at level 10, 30, level 12, what's that, 36? And, you just keep going up. So I love this change. I think Gardevoir needed love for quite a while. If you manage to have a pop-off game and you're hyper-carrying, well, now you have 1,050 special attack at level 15, which is outrageous. Yeah, this is good change. Confusion, 72% to 83%, so an additional 11% scaling, and that matters even more with all of these changes here. Psychic, also got a buff, 76% to 85%, and we got base damage buffs on both of these. Confusion's actually a really big buff. Psychic's also a really big buff. So if you guys don't know, Psychic actually shreds the opponent's special defense. So getting more damage on the Psychic, like you look at this is the flat stats, but it also shreds the defense while doing damage. So it does like a lot more damage than it shows. So Psychic is about to be very, very good. Oh, we actually have the dot here. Perfect. So this is the initial impact. This is the dot. So we get an extra 1% scaling, and we gain an extra 5 base damage, which doesn't sound like a lot, but considering each tick shreds defense and you get 5 ticks, it adds up. And the Unite move, this is very, very good. Guardy needed a lot of help for a while in the Unite department. It was kind of weak. So dropping it down to 110 or 112, you throw energy amp on the mon, you're down at about 100. Good. Very good change. Very healthy, very good change. And one thing that does worry me, though, is if we look at Venusaur, we look at Pikachu, we look at Mime, we look at Glaceon, now we look at Gardevoir. And they've touched some other Unite moves like Eldegoss and things like that. They're consistently lowering Unite move cooldowns, and that could be very, very toxic for the game. We'll have to see where it goes, but there's a chance that if they do this too many times with too many Pokemon, the game is going to devolve into chaos. So let's just hope that doesn't happen. Sylveon, Mystical Fire buffed. Extra 7% ratio, 1 damage per level, 40 on the base. Cool. Can we get pre-nerf Mystical Fire? Smile? Now, before you witch hunt me in the comments, the reason I'm saying that is because I'm very confident you can put day 1 Mystical Fire back into the game, and it's not nearly as broken as some of the things that are currently in the game. That's how much power creep has happened over the last year. Drain Kiss, cooldown from 10 to 9. This was never the move's issue. Still take Calm Mind. Healing. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. Extra 3% ratio on the healing and extra 25 in the base. And it does it 3 times? That's not enough. That's not enough for it to be meaningful. Still take Calm Mind. Even on Drain Kiss Plus, this is not enough. Clefable. Yes, this thing got shredded so fast. I agree. Clefable is a tad too paper-like. So we're gaining defense and special defense. The most notable changes, we're going to be looking at level 8 when we get our Unite move. Because this is when you're going to have the most impact on Clefable, right? Is between levels 8 and 11. So, and this is where you spend most of your time in the game. So we go from 95 and 72 to 116 and 90, which, to break it down for you guys, this isn't really a lot. This is a very small amount. I don't know that this is going to be enough to make Clefable playable, but there are more buffs along the way. So it's definitely welcome, but it looks like a lot less than it actually is because of the way defense and special defense work in this game. Magic Guard, shield gained by healing allies, scaling increased. Cool. We don't have numbers yet, but that's fine. Draining Kiss buffed, 20% extra ratio, 3 extra damage per level, and 80 on the base. This could be very strong. I'm not sure if this is PTS Clefable Drain Kiss, but this makes me want to play Drain Kiss because I played this on the PTS. I had a lot of fun. I played 1 game and did 80,000 damage. So maybe Drain Kiss is good. I don't know. I'll test it out, and if it's good, I'll post a video of it. Follow Me buffed. We got shield 200% to 260%, and the base is 700 to 900, so that's a very sizable shield. I think Gravity is dead. Wow, that's a lot of shield. Like, that's a lot of shield. Like, that is a lot of shield. Especially level 6 when you get this move. That is a lot of shield. Wow. Yeah, this is really good. This move is now one of the stronger moves in the game. Unite move, Wonder Wish, just the Hydro Pump. We get extra scaling. This is on 3 hits. We get the extra scaling, extra base. essentially this means this move does damage now. Duration of mobilization after being hit by Hydro Pump increased. So we have extra CC attached. And then we also have a block change. 25% damage reduction added for 4 seconds upon activating block. This is cool. This is good. I like this. Cool. Clefable change, welcome, for sure. Blastoise. It's a boosted attack. Increase in scaling. That's all fine. This is all fine. Blastoise is still Blastoise. Like the patch notes say, he doesn't hate it, but it's not enough to make him playable. Sad. Slowbro. More stat buffs. Just gonna skim through here. Level 11. This is more stats than the Blissey or than the Clefable change, which is good. But again, it's a lot smaller than it seems, but definitely more than welcome. This combined with Slowbro's passive, however, this could make the character unkillable. Slowbro might be S tier with the telekinesis having a lower cooldown because telekinesis heals your blue health quite a lot. Surf's telekinesis Slowbro might be a thing again. We'll have to see. But I think this has potential to be very strong. Aegislash, you cannot afford my diamond sword. That's an old meme. Very, very old. Boosted sword stance, additional damage. Okay, so its caps, its executes got nerfed. I don't see why. I don't think people were playing sword anyway. At least in NA, people weren't really playing sword. So yeah, I mean, I don't see the reason for this nerf. Maybe it's terrorizing another region. Not entirely sure. And Duraludon. This nerf is a lie. Okay, so this is a placebo change, essentially. Okay. I was gonna say, Duraludon, why? Why are we changing? It doesn't need to be changed. Doesn't need to be nerfed. Aegislash didn't need to be nerfed, but here we are. So let's do a quick recap. Let's go through it really quickly. Skyrune's changes. Why? What are you doing to me? Mad. Sableye. I'm very excited for that. Mew, still going to be decent, I believe. Definitely keep picking this character if you're good at this character. Like, Mew is still decent. Dodrio, thank God this got nerfed because this would have been the most broken character. This might be nerfed a little too much, but we'll see. Mime, Power Swap Confusion is dead, thank God. It's about time. Start running Confusion Barrier or pick up some other characters. Zoroark, I think this change is very healthy. I'm glad they fixed the bugs. And I think with these bugs fixed, the character might actually be in a balanced state. We'll have to see. Gardevoir, this is obviously more than welcome. We haven't seen Guardy in the meta ever, aside from Kamiru at Worlds because he's just built different. Yeah, this is definitely more than welcome. Very, very good changes all around. I'm very, very excited to see how Guardy plays out this patch. Sylveon, I'm not sure this is enough to put her back into being a usable character. Her use has always been with Hyper Voice ever since the Mystical Fire nerf, but hopefully this is enough. I'm going to be testing this out for sure, so we'll have to see. Clefable, not really sure what to make of this, aside from she's a little bit tankier, and now Follow Me is busted. Follow Me is very, very strong. Also, these alt changes are nice. Blastoise doesn't really matter right now, but could matter in the future. Slowbro might be unkillable, absolutely unkillable. But yeah, we'll have to see. Surf, Telekinesis, Slowbro might be god tier this patch. If I have to pick a winner from this patch, it's obviously going to be Gardevoir. You know, it's kind of like the only thing that actually got buffed this patch, aside from a small, smaller buffs here. The very clear winner is Gardevoir. Go play some Gardevoir, test it out, see how she feels. But yeah, I think that's about everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope my patch rundown was helpful for you guys to understand what's good, what's bad, and what you should be picking going into your solo queue games. Peace out, guys.